In the Hoosiers' final non-conference game of the season, stuck in between the Big Ten regular season, Indiana took care of business here at home at Assembly Hall, defeating North Carolina Central 75-56 was the final. Nothing spectacular in this one. Nothing really stood out. It was a game I'd best describe as very bland, nothing spectacular overall. We did see the three underclassmen really stand out for the Hoosiers, talking, of course, about Will Sheehy, Victor Oladipo, and Cody Zeller. Sheehy, who has battled injuries the last couple months or so, said he's still not quite 100%. His ankle, of course. He liked getting back out there, and he was rolling tonight. Played very well, finished on the night with 12 points, 7 rebounds. Still looking to get back to that 100%. Maybe he won't until the offseason. Victor Oladipo, again, I can't stress how much his energy, how much his defensive intensity really helps propel Indiana and set the tone for IU. I feel like I say it every game, which I think I do, but it's so true. He did have one huge block in the game, maybe one of the highlights, certainly, of this one. And then Cody Zeller, can't forget about him. He does the little things and nearly unstoppable every time inside. Either had a clear dunk or the Eagles were forced to foul him inside. He was very close to another double-double, came up just short, finished with 17 points and 7 rebounds, but the Eagles had no real answer for Zeller inside. One player on the opposite end of the spectrum who has been struggling lately here is Christian Watford. The last 2 games, just 3 points. He hasn't hit a field goal. In fact, he's went 0 of 13, 0 of 8 at Iowa in a loss, and then here tonight 0 of 5. Coach Crean wasn't too worried about it, nor were his teammates. They say he's taking good shots, he's finding open teammates, and that's what they like best. Of course they want the shot to fall, but it's falling in practice, and so they believe eventually it will come here in games. Indiana dominated the rebounding statistic, had 35 overall, and with 16 offensive rebounds, they had just one shy of North Carolina Central's total output. So a dominant effort performance for Indiana on the rebounding battle. They did turn it over 16 times, which is a bit worrisome, leading to 22 points for the North Carolina Central Eagles. Something maybe some careless mistakes, things they didn't maybe take as seriously, or the Eagles were a very athletic team. They stepped in some passing lanes and did force some turnovers and certainly took advantage. Dominique Sutton, the transfer from Kansas State, led the way for the Eagles. He had 21 points, a very athletic body. As Coach Crean said, a very high pro potential kind of guy. There was a couple NBA scouts in the building. IU won this one 75-56. Their biggest lead of the game was 24, so they went undefeated in the regular non-conference schedule, 13-0. It's the best since they went 11-0 in the 1989-90 schedule or season. That is a good note for Indiana. They've turned it around. Still not quite to where people want it, not where Crean wants it, but by any means, this is a huge step, a step in the right direction. And now, how will they finish this season? How will they finish this regular season to head into Big Ten play, to head in the NCAA tournament, which is pretty much a sure thing now. Right now, they're looking at a 5 seed in the Big Ten tournament, which means they do play opening day Thursday. Right now, would probably be Penn State that they would face. How will they handle this? They got Minnesota over the weekend on the road, a place that hadn't been friendly to them, just like Iowa. Can they handle that one? I think they can, and I think that's the most important of the 3 games. They'll come home then to play Michigan State, the top team in the Big Ten, followed by an undermanned and struggling as of late Purdue team. I think the Purdue and Minnesota games are critical. A loss to Michigan State wouldn't hurt, wouldn't be unexpected, but wouldn't shock me by any means for them to get it done. We'll see how this will all play out. It's certainly been a fun season as Indiana improves with the win, earning their 21st victory of the season, defeating North Carolina Central tonight here at Assembly Hall by a final of 75-56. For VigilantSports.com, I'm Scott Agness.